I don't know if you're aware, but AI is ruining literally everything.
I know. And
it is making the world awful.
I hear you. So all of that cosine math and the vector math that's calculated on a color of a pixel, that's the shader program. Our device versus the ASUS ROG Xbox Ally X with AMD Z2 Extreme. That's a name.
Yeah.
And that's
you get more points if it's longer.
I guess you do. We hope everything's fine with SteamOS, although I haven't done it personally.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to see this be a lot shorter, actually.
Yes.
You know, and I don't have the power, man.
Have you heard about the memory situation?
I have.
Have you heard that?
I've heard it's bad.
Yes.
Really. We've been DirectX compliant for 5 years.
Right.
But now we're NVIDIA compliant.
Okay.
And that means that our devices are much more stable.
This is scary.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true. It's definitely true.
Good to go?
I'm born ready, baby.
Intel has a new handheld platform. This is an MSI handheld, technically. Tom's here showing it off.
Yeah.
And we have your favorite and my favorite, which is slides with some technical detail.
We do.
You put something extremely antagonistic.
I did
in your
for
slides. Yes, and you presented it to a whole room of people.
I'm going to present it to another 9 whole rooms of people.
Oh, great! Thank you. Yes, the however many hundreds of thousands as well.
Yeah.
So there's a handheld. What is the deal?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, Panther Lake.
It's Panther Lake that has been optimized for handheld. So it's basically had some cuts, kind of bring our TDP down.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot of software work done to make handheld real. And it's sort of the same Intel model where, we've defined platforms forever, everything from ATX, micro ATX, the history of Intel and platforms. This is the next one.
Right.
And so people have told me, this is a terrible time to do this because DRAM, memory prices are out of control.
It's not a good time to do this.
It's not, but that's another good thing that Intel can do that other people can't. We're investing.
You guys are saving money on the budget too, because instead of a table, we have a tween.
I offered to do the whole interview from the bed.
He did.
But
I established some ethical boundaries.
I don't know. I don't get it. I really do think, hey, Steve.
You can let us know in the comments maybe next time. We brought you this video with our brand new wireframe V2 mouse mat on store.gamersnexus.net, also accompanied by our new Micro Slop t-shirt that's on its way to our warehouse right now. These feature a parody Micro Slop logo with a blue screen of death frowny face, warning marks from a vent viewer, and our rendition of Tux the Penguin hidden away, and of course, Micro Slop. So everyone you pass either thinks you work there for now, or they know your thoughts on AI. The wireframe V2 mouse mat on the GN store was made by Andrew on the team in Blender, fully 3D modeled, and then represented in a high-quality mouse mat that you see here. The mat can easily accommodate a keyboard and mouse, has fine detail with the city built of wireframe components for the heatsink, RAM, because let's be honest, it's the only place any of us can get any now, and cooling tubes, and we use a matching blue stitching for anti-fray with a blue rubber underside for some unique GN flair. We modeled these to ridiculous levels of depth in that there are things in the model that you can't even see in the product because we went that deep with it. Like, for example, the springs underneath the switch, underneath the keycap that's represented in the matte surface. Head to store.gamersaccess.net to support our deep dive, independent research content like this directly. So G3,
yes,
right? What is that?
G3 is the first entry of this new product line of GPU-focused SoCs. So it's called Arc G3, which is the first time we built a big SoC that included CPUs and GPUs and didn't call it Core. Right? And the reason is because it's the beginning of a family of GPU-centric integrated devices.
Can we do basic, block diagram spec type of thing?
Do we have one?
We do somewhere. Okay, so 32 gigabyte
LPDDR5X,
for this one.
yes.
I think that is configurable by the handheld
It
guys.
is, so. But it's all LPDDR5. There's a couple different speed
X.
grades as well. I'm sorry, X, yes, thank you.
Yeah, so 32 gigabytes for this model, 1 terabyte for storage.
B390, 12xe core.
Yeah. Have you heard about the memory situation?
I have.
Have you heard that?
I've heard it's bad.
Yes.
Really, really bad.
Yeah.
And that's why, I'm actually okay doing this. And I think Intel is okay doing this because, as I mentioned, we're building a new platform, and this price point is going to be crazy. I mean, it's crazy because the memory prices have gone up dramatically since we built this.
Yeah.
So this is going to be for the people that really, really want that. But over time, this memory shortage is not going to last forever. 2 P cores, 1 display engine, 2 Thunderbolts. So those are the areas of cut. But it has all the basic technology, like it's got the full Xe3 IP with 12 Xe cores. So heavy, heavy GPU, lighter on the CPU, and we're shifting the balance, effectively towards gaming.
Right. I think you're gonna get into this, but the P cores, I guess, the thing that jumps out at me is when we've done some manually scheduling of threads for games.
Oh yeah, okay.
For testing, and taking things like the render thread off of a dominant core, like a P core, can be bad.
Yes.
So, I mean, are you having to do more than Windows scheduling?
Yes,
okay.
we do. We have a couple of different techniques. One is endurance gaming, which actually plays with power balancing and stuff like that. The other one is called IBC, which is intelligent bias control, am I right? Intelligent bias control. And that has a whole flavor of algorithms. Most of them are now related to scheduling.
Okay.
So there's basically a table that we give to the Microsoft scheduler. And so messing around with that table and then doing some overrides, you can get better behavior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Anything else on this block diagram?
I think you're going to love the fact that there's XeSS 3 with MFG here, Steve. I just want to point that out for you.
Did legal approve MFG?
You know what?
Have they? Is that TM'd yet?
What's funny is I actually do talk to legal, and I'm a partner with legal, so I hope they don't mind.
Okay.
I did not talk to them about this.
Okay, great. 12 PCIe lanes, I guess it says here.
Yep.
So 8 PCIe Gen 4, 4 PCIe Gen 5.
Yep.
Okay.
It's everything in Panther Lake with a cut, and the truth is Panther Lake is just like a perfect SoC for this style devices.
Is Intel defining the speed spec for the memory, and then it's up to them for
there's
capacity?
a couple of choices.
Okay.
And effectively, there's we know the prices for higher speed bins of memory, so we're kind of guiding down a little.
Okay, got it. All right, what do you got next?
This is 44% faster gen on gen. So this is showing you kind of Lunar Lake versus Panther Lake and our G3 series. 1080p high with 2x upscaling, all normalized.
I think the biggest thing I ran into with testing some of the earlier handhelds was not necessarily performance, but was on stability and driver performance and Windows. What have you fixed that?
Well, we now have this our 3rd generation of IP.
Yeah.
You and I have been through a lot with this. I think I even did a mea culpa tour with you. And now I feel completely comfortable not apologizing.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I am not apologizing because I'm not aware of any issues.
Okay.
And I have not seen any issues, and that's with like tons of new titles coming. For us, it used to be a scramble. A new title would come and be like, we missed this thing.
Yeah.
But now we're getting closer to that stabilized base where the driver is capable of dealing with all of those NVIDIA idiosyncrasies that were the source of our problem, right? We've been DirectX compliant for 5 years.
Right.
But now we're NVIDIA compliant.
Okay.
And that means that our devices are much more stable.
This is scary.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true. It's definitely true.
Right. I'm not on that list right now. But, all right, so let's go to the next one. I think there's a normal.
Baby.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So this is our comparison to the existing fastest device. So this is the MSI, this is the Claw, which is our device, versus the ASUS ROG Xbox Ally X with AMD Z2 Extreme. That's a name.
Yeah.
And that's
you get more points if it's longer.
I guess you do. But you can see, we're killing them by 42% faster.
So this 35 watts sustained
on both.
Is this actual power?
Yeah, this is the real unit power, total system power. And you can see across all, titles tier 1 and also legacy titles. So it's a totally different performance footprint that we're starting from.
Okay. Do you think what aspect of the Intel platform do you think is making up the bulk of kind of these improvements?
This is the GPU.
GPU, okay.
Yeah, 100%. This is a 12 Xe core GPU compared to a Ryzen.
Yeah.
And, I got to say, they haven't upgraded in a while.
Yeah, it is a dated platform.
It is a dated platform, and we are...
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't prep you for this one. Any Steam Deck plans or anything like that?
Well, I think SteamOS is an important OS. So I think there's a whole question about would this run SteamOS, and I'm not aware of. I think Wendell, are you going to try SteamOS on this?
Yes.
So I hope so. Hope so.
If you're wondering,
yeah.
wherever he is or I am, we're normally 10 feet away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think we hope everything's fine with SteamOS, although I haven't done it personally.
Yeah.
And we will obviously help if there's anything that goes wrong.
Right. Okay. All right. So 35 watt sustained head-to-head. Oh, this is normalized FPS also.
Yes, and it gives you a sense of the scale.
Yeah.
You know, we have raw data as well. This is actually showing you at half the power versus AMD. So if you take that performance and you turn it into power savings, you can get roughly the same. This is a performance chart, so roughly the same performance.
So where are you losing over here? Modern Warfare 2, Crimson Desert. Any idea? Have you guys looked into?
Is it like a DX12, DX11?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any correlation. I'd love to know. We'll probably look into that. It's a good idea. I haven't seen anything because this is sort of a new way to think about it. When you have such a big performance lead, you can obviously turn that into battery life.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's normally for mobile device testing. That's.
Oh, is that what you do?
We try to look at that.
Yeah. So this is 17 watts for us versus 35 watts for AMD.
Yeah. The challenge with it though, with mobile testing, is at least on our side, being able to actually force configure the same amount of power across architectures can be like impossible.
Because you don't have access to all those setup files.
Right. Yeah. The best you can do is manually tune the whatever user interface options they have. But
you know, I don't know. We don't make that stuff. We don't like give DTT tuning stuff out, do we? We don't.
No. That would make it easier.
Yeah, you know.
Because then we only need to be able to control one, right? Because if we know the other one, we can just match the other one.
Yeah. And you can actually, if you did the tuning stuff, you have external hardware to measure the actual power.
We would just use oscilloscope or multimeter or something.
Yeah, so I'll look into that. I mean, it might not be that hard to enable some kind of power control for this thing.
Right, yeah, that would be cool. Okay. What's next? When do we get to the antagonizing? Okay.
Frame gen is the way, Steve.
Yes.
So I put that there for Steve, by the way. I mean, this is a slide I'm showing to all the
You know, there's an entire company that won't talk to me anymore over.
See, but we're different people, that company and I. We're different. Well, we're different that way.
Now you are.
Oh, no, I've always been.
Okay.
I've always been. But so let me tell you what this chart is trying to say.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, if you look at frame gen, I think it's very important for the platform because of the energy savings that comes for it. You're going to have to, you know, obviously judge for yourself, play it on and off, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is saying super resolution with FSR gets you 52 frames a second. With us, 73 frames a second. This is 1080p upscaling. And it's faster because our platform is faster. That's just what's going on. When you turn on frame gen, we are saying we are 2x smoother. And I'm very clear with everybody, don't think of this as a FPS number. Think of it like a smoothing factor.
Yeah, I want to make a point out of this too, because we've been really carefully pushing not, like you're saying, not faster but smoother.
Yeah.
And there's a I don't want to get you in trouble, but there's
you can't get me in trouble.
An executive.
Think of me as I float above all of this.
Right. There's a there was a
is it a green color or a blue color?
Yeah,
a green guy.
Yeah.
Okay, some green guy said something.
Yes, and specifically it was talking about frame generation can predict the future. Is it not more accurate to say that it can maybe interpolate the past? Do you know what I mean? Because it's not predicting, right? It's you've rendered this, you've rendered that, and now you're filling it.
So I don't know that quote, so I don't know the executive that said it. So I'm going to pretend that I do know who said it. Okay. And that guy's not dumb. So what I will say is that we have not yet done that, where you've used prediction to predict the future. That's called extrapolation. Yeah. And it's definitely a technology that can be implemented. We have not implemented yet, but it's kind of the holy grail, because if you could do it good, then you're sort of addressing some of the latency problems that everybody has. So there's two trains of thought that I have on this. One is extrapolation would be great if we could do it well. It's a very, very hard problem, obviously, because you lose half of your information. But AI can be pretty good that way. Right. But there are other ways to reduce latency that are not extrapolation that I think will be more effective.
Yeah, I think generally frame generation, tell me if you disagree. My viewpoint on it is, if you're at like 15 FPS or something, this does not fix the problems that 15 FPS brings.
It is true, and if you look at 15 FPS frame gen, it's still not good. Right. 15 is just not enough, but you'll be shocked. At 30, it's definitely enough. So at 30 FPS up to 120, I think it's a pretty good experience. Okay. But again, I think the biggest problem we're having is latency. Yeah. And I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Do you have?
I have a little something in the back pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel pretty good about it.
Can you talk about it?
I can say that I've seen the light. Okay, I've seen the prototypes. We were so close to having something for you to play here. Right. But we don't. But I can tell you that the technology does exist and it's not crazy.
So I think this whole conversation is related to actually a question Wendell asked earlier, which is overhead as well for enabling frame generation, right? You lose some performance.
You do. You can see it, right? And it jumps out of here when you see 73 FPS is doing XeSS,
right?
And you're down to some number that looks like 60 because this is 2:1, so this is like 60 and a half. So what happened to my 12 FPS? I might have preferred that, right?
Right. Well, especially on the latency side, that's where it's kind of real.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. So I can definitely see why some people say, I don't want that. Because it's costing you 12 FPS of real performance, right? And it gets worse down here. This comes down to 50 FPS versus the 73. So that's like half your performance, right? So frame gen is not free. It's a balance. It's like a different trade-off, and it's saying I'd like smoother at a cost of visual fidelity.
Right. Why is it the way?
I put that there for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it is the way. I think it is the way, and I wanted to emphasize it for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes some extra effort to get it through my head.
And I'm not saying it's the way all the time, but I'm telling you on this platform, it is better.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. But why? Because I think really what I'm getting at to lead you to the water.
Oh, okay. Lead me to the water.
Is power.
It is power.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying why is it the way?
Yes.
Okay. It is the way because of power, and the reason power comes up is because it takes a lot of energy to raster a frame. Because if you think about it, right now the world doesn't know anything about that frame. It's got to do a complete kind of geometry simulation, then it's going to draw each pixel from scratch, figuring out the color. That's a massive amount of energy. Now AI can actually use all that energy that's already been spent, and it can use the energy for the next frame that's going to be spent, and it takes just a little bit more to generate those interstitial frames.
I'm on board with the power side. The reason I want to underscore this is because I think frame gen rightfully is worth being criticized.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to. It's the way.
No. But you get into handheld, the power argument maybe starts to make more sense.
Right? Yeah.
The other place I would push back though is you did say AI. And I don't know if you're aware, but AI is ruining literally everything.
I know, and
it is making the world awful.
I hear you. But in this case,
can you make it not do that?
Not ruin the world?
Yes.
I share your same concerns about AI. Okay. Look me up. Have you looked at my LinkedIn recently?
I have not.
Look at it.
Are you looking for employment?
No, I'm good. I got AI has not taken my job. If you look me up on LinkedIn, what you're going to see is I actually joined a group that is actually working in similar phase as your mind. Yeah.
Okay.
So I actually am spending effort
Very
on
cool.
that.
Yeah. Very cool.
Check it out.
So, I mean, when you say AI, we're just talking frame gen.
Yeah. But more than that.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just frame gen, but we can use similar sort of ideas to target this latency problem. Right? So if you think about what is the problem of latency, it's that the future you does not know where you really want the image to be.
Right.
And you feel that mismatch as latency. If I could predict where you're going to go, then I could reduce that experience.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. What's the next one?
What's the next one? So
yeah.
this is frame gen is the way. This is again showing you the smoothing frames and just the fact that we have 4 instead of 2, and so we
more
get bigger
comparable
numbers.
would just be the
2 to 2,
right?
or the 4 to 2. Yeah, but so the 2 to 2 are equally smooth. Our numbers are higher because we have a faster GPU.
Yeah, you know how I feel about
I do.
4x on the same chart as 2x.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Do you?
Should we talk about I saw the video.
Oh, you did.
I saw the whole video.
Got it. Intelligent bias control has been out. V3.5, I guess, is new.
Yep.
Okay, what's new?
Okay, so what's new is we added E-core first scheduling and P-core parking. Unlike what I just said in the briefing, P-core parking actually turns off the P-cores.
Yes, if you read, if you read articles that say the opposite of what he's saying now.
That's because I misspoke.
What he's saying now is correct.
Yeah, and what I said 10 minutes ago is a lie.
And it's not the fault of those writers.
It's Damian.
Right. Yes,
poor
Damian.
It's not Damian. It's not.
So, what is the correct version of P-core parking?
Okay, P-core parking, unlike what I just said, is we are kind of disfavoring P-cores.
Okay.
And the reason you're disfavoring P-cores is because they're a little bit more energy intense, and we're looking for the right balance. So using those E-cores mostly is what gets us better CPU, GPU balance. Basically.
Okay. So on the thread management side, which seems like it's maybe the biggest challenge with a Windows device, How are you handling the game render thread as an example?
Well, the way to think about it is you first have to identify the render thread. So we have some logic that's trying to identify the render thread, and sometimes that's profiled based on the application, and then based on that, we're sort of steering the threads to a particular core that we know is an E-core.
Right.
This problem, though, is much more generic. So you'd actually like to have a better relationship or better communication with Microsoft about, given a particular application profile, which cores should it favor first. Things like thread affinity and core parking are all part of a kind of a common set of problems that we're working with Microsoft towards addressing in a future version.
Got it. What's your next one?
My next one is the result of all this.
This was pretty interesting, actually. So you showed something like this?
Yeah,
or
for
maybe
Lunar Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is very similar. It's a little better now, but basically this is what was prior to IBC. We were changing power between GPU and CPU too often, and it kind of makes sense because CPUs are trying to do work and then race to sleep, whereas GPUs are aware that there's a future frame to render, so they don't go to low power states, but CPUs do, and that's what's happening here. It's kind of oscillating back and forth, and that oscillation causes this kind of crappy frame pattern.
The stutter, I guess.
Yeah, and then with IBC, we actually say, chill, Winston. Winston, chill. And now the CPU is not kind of switching P states so much, it's not changing its power level. And it turns out that if that's the case, the GPU can consume more power. And that means that overall your performance is up, or in this case, it's a frame times with V.
Yeah.
It's up and smoother.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, just to put a finer point on it, but frame times here, with the CPU power management like this, is there any downside to doing this?
Well, I guess the downside would be if you're doing other tasks while you're playing a game, they would also see lower CPU performance.
Which seems unlikely on a handheld.
It seems unlikely,
device.
but it's it's a thing. But
Right.
I don't think it's a significant downside.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Does this also? My interpretation of this is you're also allowing larger power budget to go to the GPU. Is
Absolutely,
that
yeah. And it's dynamically steering power towards the GPU.
Yeah.
That's partly this endurance gaming thing that I'll talk about in a second, and IBC.
Okay.
So if you kind of dig in on the power output, you're seeing 13% uplift because of that IBC behavior that I talked to you about. And this is when you're at lower power levels, so this is 12 watts.
Got it.
Lastly, another dig.
12 watt makes more sense to test that, I think. Oh, you got the ROG.
I got the,
Xbox
baby.
Ally.
Yeah.
Have you considered just, I know you're not
I'm not anything.
marketing, branding type of.
Am I? Am I not?
No, I don't think so. I'm complimenting you right now.
Thank you.
But have you considered more X's?
Ooh. You mean like put an X after here? G3X?
I was thinking like between and after.
Ooh.
And Extreme
The
normally
X, Extreme X.
get rid of the E and capitalize the X.
If I were in charge, oh yeah.
Intel.
Oh yeah. Make me branding guy.
Intel's back, baby. It's the X's.
I would love to see this be a lot shorter,
Right.
actually.
Yes.
And I don't have the power, man. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
All
I
right.
just, oh, what's the name? Oh!
Like a jump scare. Yeah. So
We have professionals.
1080p low at 12 watts makes sense. So let's see, GTA 5 enhanced at, what are you at, 99?
Yeah.
Is this FPS average? Yeah.
This is
okay.
GTA 99 versus 71.
Right.
And again, 37% faster on average at 12 watts.
Yeah.
I think 12 watts is a really interesting power level, right?
This is upscaling, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, XeSS
upscaling, no
too.
frame gen.
No
right?
frame gen.
Yeah,
I know
okay.
you're sad about that.
I
And if you want
am
to,
not.
we could turn frame
No,
gen
this
on.
is good. Yeah,
All right,
let's leave
all
it this
all
way.
right.
Yep.
Next.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the last chunk of technology,
Yeah.
endurance gaming. It's basically a frame cap plus intelligent sort of IP management.
Yeah.
So we're managing power distributions. And you're seeing here before, this is, I believe, TF2 running at like 250 frames. If you turn on endurance gaming, cap it down to 30, obviously,
Yeah.
Way down.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is crazy. And I'm curious, but a lot of people say, well, turn on VSync.
Yeah.
And you do see some benefits, but they're not this big.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it might be the next one. You have a battery life. Yeah. Okay. So is this that
Yeah.
comparison?
Yeah.
All right. So 3.5 hours roughly to almost
11.
12. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Crazy.
And it's again a user preference, so you can say 30, 40, or 60.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you're 60,
Yeah.
this at 60 would still be something like 4 hours.
Right. Yeah. Do you have it? I don't know if we have any other slides after this or not. Yeah. Okay.
We've got the inverted
Oh,
slice.
this is so we've talked about this before, but it is worth mentioning again. So the last time we talked about precompiled shaders was
it CS?
I think it was during the XE3 XE3P.
Okay, that would have been
disclosure.
Where was that?
End of year last year. I
Thailand,
think.
maybe? Oh, no, Malaysia.
I wasn't there. I don't
Oh,
get
you were in
invited
Malaysia.
to
Okay,
these
all
things.
right, all right.
No,
You don't get invited
I
to
was
these
in
things?
North Carolina.
You don't get invited to Malaysia?
I did not get invited to Malaysia
all right,
or
so it must
Thailand.
have been somewhere else.
Yes, I was in North Carolina.
Oh, no, it was Arizona. Was it Arizona?
You guys canceled on me.
Oh, that's right. You were going to go to Folsom.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah. Do you remember?
I do.
All right. So this we have talked about. So precompiled shaders is interesting because I guess it's really just pulling shaders from the internet.
Yeah.
As opposed to rendering or compiling locally,
Yes.
which should save time. in
Yeah,
theory.
it does save a ton of time, right? Because the shader compilation process is actually very numerically intense. And when you're trying to play a game, you don't want to sit there while it goes loading, loading, loading. In the example of God of War, 26 times faster load because of all those shader compilations. You can actually see in Lego Batman, we did, I don't know if it's on here. Yeah, here it is, Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight, 6 times faster. And I just benefited from that.
Yeah. When
I'm
you pulled it up in the
excited.
demo. Can you, at a top level for anyone, what is compiling shaders? What is actually happening?
Yeah, so if you think about the way frames get rendered, there is a CPU part that does setup, right? You're kind of saying there's geometry and there's there's colors that are on pixels. And the way the colors are described are in a program that's called a shader. So the shader is basically executed in parallel on every pixel. So you've got this grid of pixels that makes up the picture that you're trying to show. And you have to run this really complex program that's like, there's a light over here, so if you're angled to the light is a particular thing, then the color is going to be a particular color. So all of that cosine math and the vector math that's calculated on a color of a pixel, that's the shader program. And it's compiled per a particular GPU architecture, and that shader program is run in parallel on your GPU for every pixel. That's how you render. A lot of ISA compatibility inside the GPU. So you think about x86 as the architecture language for everything that runs on the CPU, and all CPUs run the same binary, right? Okay. There's no driver, there's no compilation.
Got it.
GPUs are different. Every GPU can have a different instruction set, and everyone has a different architecture, and there's SIMD and all kinds of stuff. So you need a custom binary for your GPU, and that's why there's this language that's basically source language called HLSL, and each GPU compiles their own binary on the fly, and that's what this is, these pre-compiled shaders.
Yeah. Got it. Are there any others? I think that might be it.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. We did it. Good job. Yeah. Wendell, did you want to
hop in
throw
here?
any in there?
No?
It's going to be, it's just Linux and Linux accessories.
Throw me
Linux
one.
and Linux byproduct.
Well, no, actually, I would give you a caution also that like the 5090 Windows 11 NVIDIA scheduling is just a dumpster fire.
Oh, is that right?
They added low latency mode and like power balance there. Like you really should, like, if you have the power, suggest to Microsoft userland hinting for scheduling. Linux has that.
Yeah.
I don't know why Windows still doesn't have it.
Yeah, I can tell you that I'm now more focused on that kind of problem than I used to be in the past. I think inside of my company, we need a whole focus just on that because it's very, very complicated. CPU driver, CPU layers, GPU drivers, Windows, it is hard. But I think with some dedicated effort, we can go from the dumpster fire to something solidly mediocre. And then someday, maybe be good.
It seems like Microsoft needs some help,
A garbage can fire.
Exactly.
A little bit smaller,
exactly.
right.
Yeah, it's like a garbage can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tom, thank you for joining.
It's good to see you.
You as well.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
And we will see you all next time.
The question of where did the name come from?
My belly.